Hello everyone and welcome. What is going to be a very busy show. Last week we saw upsets galore as the Grumpy Pigs, Weasels and Storms were taken down. And consistency maintained. EGN and the Oshawots kept rolling towards the top 2 seeds. This week it's week 5 and that means trade deadline day. We also have replays for 4 amazing matchups. But get your snacks, make sure you're hydrated because this is going to be a long one. Let's dive into what was a fairly busy deadline day considering the amount of trades that happened earlier in the season. First up, the Welsh Woobats said goodbye to mascot number 2, Lucario, and his little monkey buddy, Ambipom, to acquire last season's breakout star, Monkey Dory, and an evil little ghosty, Hisuian Zorua. This will be covered in my week 6 match video, so I'll leave it at that. The Virginia Beach Weasels traded away prankster support in Meowstic or budget Cresselia in Uxie. I really like this move. It gives another Trick Room option to a hard Trick Room team, and like Cresselia, Uxie can be near impossible to KO in a single hit. Now we have the Orlando Oshawots making a couple of seemingly minor changes that could have a massive impact down the line. They traded away Umbreon, Cooperaja and Rotom to acquire Probopass, Samurott, Chestnut and Electrode. This does mess up Otter's perfect type chart, but it gives them another fast support option in Electrode, an under the radar setup option in Chestnut, and 2 moral support mons. Electrode brings a lot of what Rotom did, but at breakneck speeds. The fastest taunt and scary face outside of a Prankstamon, and only a Prankster or Regieleki have faster Eerie Impulse, T-Wave or Rain Dance. Add in that only Regieleki has a faster E-Webs, and this thing can be an absolute menace. Chestnut does one thing really well: setup. With support from Magmortar, Rillaboom and Farigiraf, it can do that very, very well. Belly Drum, Bulk Up, Iron Defense, pick your poison, and it has a surprising amount of coverage to take advantage of that setup. Its main drawback is that middling speed tier and fairly low special defense, but a player of Otter's caliber will easily build around these for the situational matchups Chestnut would be brought. Philadelphia Politoads went all in on Flygon with their final trade, letting go of the Ground Shroom for the Earth Eater, as Toadscruel departed to make room for Orthworm. With Terra Flying, 2 flying types and Orthworm, there's now way too many options for those Earthquake plays. Deadtail into Fluttermane or Ogerpon Wellspring is just freaking scary, though the less said about that prospect, the better. Denali Delmise erupted into life, completely overhauling their squad, trading away Klefki, Grafty, Sceptile and Dodrio to acquire Tornadus, Torterra, Electros and Stantler. There's things I like about this trade and things I don't like about this trade. The dislikes are probably more about my playstyle preference than the trades themselves being bad. I love the Tornadus pickup. That makes this Rain team terrifying. I sort of understand the pickup of Stantler, Electros and Torterra. It gives them a Trick Room mode that they lost by trading away Klefki. And with Defiant, Tornadus, plus skill swap Intimidate, there's some cheese strats to be had. Torterra plus Electros gives Disquake strats under Trick Room, but honestly, that really isn't as scary as the Rain mode. I liked Crafty playing Budget Incin with Fake Out plus Intimidate. Like I say, that's more my play style. And they still have the Fake Out plus Lightning Rod with Raichu. And adding in Stantler to cover Urshifu's grass weakness with potential Sap Sipper, or even skill swapping that Sap Sipper onto Urshifu. All things that will make prepping for this version of the squad probably more difficult, but with Stantler's lack of speed, I feel like it's kind of shut down by Taunt. Obviously that is easier said than done, but me personally, it's not something I'd be risking. And that's it. Rosters locked for the rest of the season. I'd love to have done a re-ranking and retrospective of our pre-season, but this video is already going to be ridiculously long, so hopefully I can squeeze it into next week's episode. On to this week's matchups. Let's, as always, start with the non-replay match. The next team to step in front of the EGN Juggernaut is the Philadelphia Politoads. Which team's seismic activity is going to cause the opposition to crumble first? Will Kala's Fairy type adjustment pay off versus Fluttermane? Does Chris have the little peeker that could? Or will Kali's Dragon Umbrella emerge as the dominant electric type? Weirdly, those questions were almost answered in that order. Kala didn't bring the Fairy adjustment, but it wasn't needed. In one, saw Ursaluna cause yet another apocalyptic event, crushing the Politoads in quite possibly the scariest display of power yet. It swept through Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Arcanine, and Flygon with ease in a dominant 4-0 victory. Unfortunately, we once again didn't get a Pikachu appearance. Instead, Raging Bolt sheltered its big bear buddy in Game 2, picking up 3 KOs to keep its status as the top electric type. Now, on to the replays. Let's start this week's replays with a matchup of two of the best coaches from Season 2, as Weens and the Virginia Beach Weasels take on Twimberly and the Grumpy Pigs. I love this matchup. The Weasels have so many counters to the uber strong Psy Spam core of the Grumpy Pigs. Tinglu is completely immune. Metagross is 4 times resistant. Araquanid can hit Iron Crown and Indeedee super effective damage with the bug type attacks. They're not the strongest bug type attacks, but they'll hurt. And of course, you got Chandelure with those ridiculously strong Shadow Balls. So that would, you'd think, give the Weasels a massive advantage. But the Grumpy Pigs aren't just a Psy Spam team. They have Rain, they have Sand, they have Komodo. Twim is a very creative team builder. They will be able to find a way around those weapons. Komodo once again looks like it could be super strong here. With Overcoat, it can be immune to T-Tar's handstream damage. With Bulletproof, it's immune to Shadow Ball from Chandelure. Its dragon typing means it resists a lot of what an Araquanid Chandelure would throw at it. But then it has to worry about Metagross. So there's a lot of give and take in this matchup. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. Let's take a look at what they've brought. As expected, we do see all of those beautiful Psy Spam counters from Weens. And we do see the Sand mode from Twimberly. We still, of course, have the Psy Spam. pretty sure there will be opportunities for that core. I'm pretty sure there will be opportunities still for that core to get set up and get going. It definitely looks like Komodo will be very key to this matchup. But how will it deal with Metagross? How will it deal with Chandelure? The Weens, I do think the Trick Room with Tinglu Metagross P2 is the way to go. Question is, do they bring Hitmontop or do they bring Chandelure? What are the leads? Ooh, Salazzle Kingdra, P2 Araquanid. And P2 actually gets a special attack boost this time. Hold up, was that really just liquidation on that Araquanid? That's insane. Weens is crazy. Terra coming out from the Grumpy Pigs into the Kingdra. Stellar Terra. Oh. Dragon Cheer Salazzle. Stellar Terra. Dragon Cheer, Draco Meteor into the P2. It crits and the P2 lives. Liquidation into the Salazzle. Sash. Okay. I cannot believe that P2 lived. There's the Trick Room. Holy shit. Salazzle switches out. Here comes Versace. Oh, hits the field. Now we get Terra from the Buizles into the Araquanid. Terra Water. I'm guessing Choice Band Liquidation, because it is the only move. It's running. Protect on the Kingdra. There's a liquidation. Into the Komodo. Now resisted. P2 recovers. Not sure why Weens Terror there, to be honest with you. P2 switches. In comes Metagross. There's a liquidation. Where's it going this time? Into the Kingdra. Still resisted. Gets the defense drop though. Iron defense on the Komodo. Draco Meteor. Crit. Bye bye. Bug. Komodo protects. Ruination. Targeting into the Komodo. Psychic Fangs. Finish it. Psychic Fangs takes out the Baby Dragon Seahorse. Life Orb Metagross. Ooh. Queen the Grumpy. There's a T-Tar. Ruination connects into the Komodo. Knock off. Oh, just misses the KO on the Metagross. Psychic Fangs finishes off the Komodo. Trick Room runs out. Metagross protects. Ooh, Wisp was targeted into the Metagross. Low kick from Tyranitar, nowhere near enough. Snarl takes out the Lazzle. Arm one shot. Game 1 goes to the Breezels. I did not see that coming with all those Draco Meteor crits. Very well played by Weens there. That was a crazy game and so hard to commentate. There's so much going on. How will Twimbley counter this? Let's find out with game 2. Staying lead. Staying lead. Right when it switches out this time. Into Ting-Lu. Reducing the power of those Draco Meteors. There's the Dragon Cheer. No terror this time. And the Draco misses the Ting-Lu. Trick Room goes up. P2 switches out. Here's the dynamic duo. Metagross Ting-Lu. Closed out last one. And back comes the Komodo. Protect on the Kingdra. Now, not doing anything to the Komodo. Leftovers taking it almost back to full health. Terror from the Weasels. Into Ting-Lu. Terror Ghost. Now going to be immune to those body presses from Komodo. Komodo just protects this turn. There's a Ruination. Goes with a Hammer Arm into the Kingdra. Muddy Water. Oh. Komodo switches out into a Chanel. Indeedy. He's going to be boosting the Psychic Fangs damage from Metagross. Another protect from the Kingdra. Ruination into the Indeedee. Psychic Fangs now boosted. Almost picks up the KO. It's a very difficult spot for Twimbley. is to follow me. I have to sacrifice that indeedy. Snarl doesn't quite pick up the KO. Psychic Fangs will though. Metagross almost taking itself out. There's the Muddy Water. Does take out the Metagross. Successfully stalled out Trick Room. Back comes Salazzle. King Lu says goodbye. Back comes Araquanid. Acid Spray. And a Draco Meteor. Bye bye P2. Bye bye Trick Room. That Salazzle set is awesome. Acid Spray into the Ting Lu this time. And a Draco Meteor. Ting Lu finally goes down. Liquidation. Course Sash. And the bug can have an Acid Spray too. And another Draco Meteor. Wow. What a turnaround from Twimberly. Fantastic. What the heck are they going to bring out for game 3? Ridiculously close match so far. Sachi Chanel. Same lead from Weens. Terra from Weens. Into the Araquanid again. Going for that ridiculously strong liquidation. Terra Water, Water Bubble, Choice Band. There's an Iron Defense. No redirection. Where's the liquidation going? It is going into the Indeedee. It's enough for a one-hit KO. No Trick Room reversal here. P2 twists the dimensions. Here comes Givenchy, the Salazzle. What's it got to support the Komodo besides that Dragon Cheer? Oh, instant switch. Bait and switch tactics. Chiaparelli. Here comes the Kingdra. Liquidation does go into that slot. Still does a hell of a lot of damage. And a foul play. Allows Como to get that Iron Defense set up. Pepsi goes, and out comes Coke. Protect on the Kingdra. Liquidation into the Protect. Body press into the Ting Lu. Oh! Oh, almost picks up the KO. King Lu switches out into Metagross. Finger switches. So back comes Salazzle. Liquidation. No protect from the Kommo-o, but the liquidation is going into the Salazzle. Hangs on with that focus sash. Body press into the Metagross. Again, almost a one-shot. And that's a neutral hit. This will be the last turn of Trick Room. Out goes the Salazzle. Back into the Kingdra. Protect on the Kommo-o. Liquidation into the Kingdra slot. Will pick up the KO. No, it won't! That must be literally 1 HP. That's insane. Trick Room expires. Psychic Terrain goes away. I cannot believe that Kingdra lived. Metagross protects. Draco Meteor. Not enough to take out the bug. Body press was going into Metagross though. Liquidation. Finishing off the Kingdra. That thing put in some work this game. Back comes the Salazzle. Metagross gets the double protect. Thunder Wave into the bug. Body press was going into the Metagross. Araquanid going to finish off the Salazzle. Kommo-o versus the world. Grim still has Terror available. Why hasn't he used it? Metagross is gone. Gets the para on the Araquanid. Here comes P2. Trick Room will go up. There's an Iron Defense. Knew he wouldn't be able to stop the Trick Room, so boost those defenses even more. And that liquidation did nothing. There's the Trick Room. This Kommo-o might be able to do it. Another liquidation. Still no damage. Foul play. How much is this going to do? Even less. Body press. Bye P2. I don't know how it's going to deal with the Ting Lu though. Wait. It was last game the Ting Lu was Terra Ghost. Liquidation. There's a Ruination. Body press. Finishes off the Ting Lu. And the Choice Band liquidation is probably now run out, so we're going to see a struggle. There's a protect. Get some lefties back. Yep. I cannot believe the Twimbley has pulled this out. Cannot believe this Komodo has pulled this off. This is insane. Body press. And that's game. Wow. I'd love to know why Twim didn't terror the Komodo. I mean, it paid off in the end. But I'm guessing it was terror into a weakness to that liquidation. But incredibly well played by both there. That was one of the most exciting matches I've seen in a long, long time. Weens played incredibly well. The comeback from Twimbley, absolutely phenomenal. Definitely my game of the season so far. Denali Delmise versus Santa Luna Storms. Debut of Starstreak's ultimate rain team. And yeah, this is going to be a tough match to call. You do now have the more consistent rain plus speed control with Tornadus. But on the opposite side, you have possibility of a comfy walking weight lead that's really going to threaten that Urshifu. You could lead Tornar Chaludon into it, but then you're staring down a priority draining kiss plus Draco Meteor double up into the Archaludon. This is going to be a tough one to figure out with these speed tiers, because with the possibility of Comfy setting Tailwind, those middling speed tiers of the Delmise, it's going to be problematic. But Ted, you have to be worried about Prankster Taunt from Tornadus. If you're going for that Tailwind turn 1 and you don't have that Mental Herb, you're kind of in a bit of a pickle, because with the right investment on those middling speed tier mons, not having your own Tailwind up, you're just going to be in a really bad spot. So priority number 1 would be get rid of Torn, stall out their Tailwind, get your own Tailwind up, unless you want to go Trick Room. So many questions and interesting interactions in this matchup. How does Starstreak deal with Galarian Articuno to keep Urshifu safe? How does Ted deal with Sylveon to keep Walking Wake safe? What part will any of the new signings besides Torn play for the Delmise? We do see the Magnezone for the Storms. I didn't even consider Magnezone in this matchup. The Torterra is making its debut, and you have both Intimidators. No Galarian Articuno is huge shock to me. I wonder what plan Ted's got to deal with the Urshifu. Is it going to be a Terra Flying Landorus? Is Ted going to risk Magnezone when Raichu exists? Oh, this match just got even more exciting for me. I love seeing these little battles within battles play out, and the mind games. Now it begins. Urshifu Tornadus. Incineroar Comfy. Will Ted risk the fake out on a potentially covert Cloak Torn? protect on the Urshifu, so it's not scarfed. Fake out goes into the Urshifu. Rain Dance from Tornadus. Rick Room from the Comfy. Sin switches out. Who's coming in? Blix. The Walking Wake. Draining Kiss does almost 50% to that Urshifu. Close combat. Good read by Starstreak there. Bleak Wind Storm double connects and almost takes out the Wake. Urshifu switches, resetting those close combat stat drops. In comes our Charlidon. Draining Kiss into the Archaludon. Crit. Hydro Steam in the rain. Oh, Sash? No, it just lived. Oh my goodness. And there goes the Walking Wake. In comes Riolu. Shalodon goes back. Out comes Raichu. Protect from the Comfy. Sunny Day. Bleak Wind Storm now misses. Comfy switches out into the Incineroar. On the Tornadus. Fake out from the Raichu. Trick Room goes by. And pretty uneventful turn. Tornadus switches. Not wanting to die to a fake out. In comes our Chaludon. There goes the fake out. Gets a stamina boost. Hits a raw thunder. Circle throw. Forces the Raichu to switch. Into the Urshifu. Probably not the Mon he wanted to get dragged out. Terra coming out from the Delmise. Terra Water on the Urshifu. Looking for that big Surging Strikes damage. Even in the sun. Terra coming out from the Storms into the Incineroar. Also Terra Water looking to resist said Surging Strikes. Ching from Riolu. Boosting the attack on the Incineroar. There comes the Surging Strikes. Into the Riolu. Riolu taking next to no damage. Thanks to that Sun and the Eviolite. Body Press into the Incineroar. Not enough. Flare Blitz in the Sun. Into Big Bear. It lives. In comes Comfy. Poaching. Giving it a defense boost on the switch. Close combat into the Comfy now does very little. Flash Cannon finishes off the Riolu. And the sun disappears. Ooh. Time for that Riolu to go down. Insane comes back. Our Chaludon switches out. Into Raichu. Protect on the Urshifu. Floral Healing. Great read by Ted. Picked up by Raichu into the Insane. Training Kiss finishes off the Urshifu. Oh, it's a Covert Cloak. Insane. Knock off into the Raichu. Finishes it off. Oh, I did not expect that. Chaludon, Tornadus. Protect on the Torn. Expecting the Draining Kiss. Flash Cannon finishes off the Comfy. Oh. Shot from the Insane. Reducing that special attack. There's the Rain Dance. Electro Shot will be coming. Now takes the Archaludon back to neutral. Insane's bulky, but it won't live that. Fantastic game one there. Not entirely convinced by the Mon selection from Ted in that one. Don't think Riolu really offered anything. I'll be interested to see what adjustments they make. Same leads from the Dalmai. Riolu does come, partnering the Walking Wake. Aqua Jet into the Riolu. Sunny Day, that. A Bleak Wind Storm incoming. There's a Photosynthesis boost. Speed boosting, Walking Wake, Hydro Steam. Does one hit KO the Tornadus. I'm guessing game one it was a low roll. Here comes Raichu. Walking Wake switches out. Into the Landorus. Reading the lightning move. Read it. The electric move into the Walking Wake. Riolu switches out into Comfy. There's a fake out. Close combat. Landorus lives, eating those for breakfast. Urshifu switches out. Every time that Comfy's on the field, the Urshifu goes. Archaludon Terra from Ted. Into the Landorus. Terra Water, now that's a risk. We know that Raichu is sashed. But Raichu protects. Floral Healing on the Landorus. Back to full health. And a Stomping Tantrum into the Protect. It's a very play and counter play match. Sash broken on the Raichu thanks to the Draining Kits. Thunder doesn't connect. Flash Cannon almost picks up. He hits a Fissure. Bye our Chaludon. Well, if you don't click it, you never hit it. Urshifu comes back. Raichu protect. Urshifu protects. Last turn of Sun. Okay, that makes sense now, the double protect. Draining Kiss. Just below half. Get some good heat. Get some good HP back. That Aqua Jet not doing anything. And another Thunder miss. Stomping Tantrum. Picks up the Raichu. Urshifu puts his water hat on. Resisting that Draining Kiss now. Finally clicks the Surging Strikes. Into the Landorus though. Stomping Tantrum finishes the job. Bringing the Landorus over the Incineroar was a great call by Ted. That Fissure hit though. Oh man. Like I said, if you don't click it, you don't hit it. But that, I'm pretty sure, won the game for him there. Game 3. Any switch ups? Ooh, Sylveon. We see the Incin. Fake out into the Tornadus. Covert Cloak. Oh, we got a Speedy Eevee. Hydro Steam without the weather boost, not enough. Walking Wake switches out. Into the Comfy. Heck from Tornadus. There's another Hyper Voice. Knockoff into the Protect. Hard to tell what the item is on the Sylveon. I'm guessing it's Specs. Terra from Starstreak into the Sylveon. Ground. As it has been every week. There's a Rain Dance. Terra Ground, Terra Blast. But it's not Specs. Into the Insin. Finishes it off. Trick Room goes up. Ooh, Sylveon switches. Not liking being in front of that walking wake. Here comes the Urshifu. Floral healing. Getting that wake nice and healthy. Hydro Steam though, not going to do a great... I take it back. Going to do a shitload of damage to that Urshifu. Tailwind now peters out. Tornadus protects. Draining Kiss finishes off the Urshifu. Hydro Steam redirected into Protect. Torterra. Oh. Walking Wake switches out. He's managed that Wake very well this match. Except for game 1. Clear Amulet Torterra. Draining Kiss picks off the low health Tornadus. Woodhammer. That's a ridiculous amount of damage to that Landorus. Back comes Sylveon. Protect on the Torterra. Floral healing for Mr. Lando. Almost back to full. Calm Mind. I'm guessing then it's Calm Mind leftovers. Hyper Voice, Terra Blast. He went for another Fissure. Rain stops. Trick Room expires. Draining Kiss. Get some chip down on the big turtle. Stomping Tantrum. Chipping away. Hyper Voice. Oh, Headlong Rush. Finishes off the Comfy. Hydro Steam. Not enough thanks to that Calm Mind. Stomping Tantrum though. Oh, it lives. Walking Weight goes down. Woodhammer. Good finish off the Landorus. That Sylveon. Clutched it. Really exciting match. Alaskan Articunos versus San Diego Dondozo. I honestly have no idea how this match is going to play out. Tommy has to shut down Screamtail. Has to be prepared for a Moongus. Can't really set up the Sun with the potential for a Scarf Typhlosion with Eruption. Evney has to figure out a way around Goodra Gouging Fire that Tommy's used so well in previous weeks. Also has to be prepared for Toxicroak to make an appearance. I think one of the keys to this match is going to be Excadrill, but how will Evney position it so that it's not having to face down Ogerpon, Slitherwing, or Landorus, because that Excadrill could deal pretty well with Gouging Fire and with Hisui and Goodra. If Goodra isn't able to get up its defense boosts. But Tommy, I do like Landorus here. It deals pretty well with Iron Hands. It deals pretty well with Mungus, with Excadrill, with Iron Valiant, and with Scream Tail, thanks to that ground and poison coverage. I think substitute Landorus to get around the Spore from a Mungus would be great, but overall this is going to be close. Ebony's really surprised me with how well they've piloted this team so far this season. I wasn't convinced by it pre-season. I've been proven wrong, and it's not the first time. It is pretty much what I expected from Ebony, other than the lack of a Mungus. But I think facing down Ogerpon and a potential Sapsipper Goodra, you're always going to have trouble bringing a Mungus into a matchup like this. But Tommy, I like the Espeon bring here. Being the Psychic type, it can put some big damage down on that Amoonguss, on that Iron Hands, if the hands isn't Assault Vest. And it also has a boatload of good support tools. So, yeah. I'm surprised at no Toxicroak, but with Bruxish and Screamtail potentially having Psychic moves to hurt it, plus the Excadrill, it makes it a tough bring. I just thought the Fake Out plus good coverage, it made a lot of sense as that 6th Mon, which turned into an Espeon. Game 1. Tornadus Bruxish facing down Gouging Fire Landorus. Immediate terror from Tommy. Into the Landorus. Terra Poison, very risky in front of a Psychic type. Expecting that water move to come out. Breaking Swipe. Dropping the attack on that Bruxish. Breaking any potential Sash. There's a Tailwind. There's the Psychic Fangs. Read the Terror. Earth Power finishes off the Bruxish. That attack drop was, I think, probably key there. Great read by Ebony, though. Out comes Excadrill. Oh. Burning Bulwark. And a Protect. Scouting out what this Excadrill's looking to do. There's the Bleak Wind Storm. And an EQ. Goes to the double Protect on the Landorus. Bleak Wind Storm. Double connects. Double speed drop too. Earthquake. Oh, that's got to be banded. Espion. And Gudra as the final two. Bleak Wind. Connects again. Not a lot of damage on the steel type. There's Quake. Yeah, that's banded. That's for sure choice band. And just to rub it in, gets a crit on the Espion, which probably didn't matter. How the hell does Tommy deal with banded Excadrill? I think for sure he's got to match the Tailwind. Well, Ilamise has to come here. But if Evany has the same lead, it's a tough one. I think I'd probably be leading Ilamise Ogerpon, expecting the same lead as game one, so that you can still take out that Bruxish and then have Landorus and Gouging Fire in the back, or maybe Landorus plus Gudra. We shall see. Game two. Greentail Iron Hands, so not the same lead as before. But we do see the same lead from Tommy. Oh, is this going to be Fake Out into Trick Room? Fake Out into the Landorus. Breaking Swipe. Doesn't affect the Screamtail. Gets a nice attack drop on the Iron Hands though. And there's the Trick Room. Landorus switches out into the Gudra. Terra from Evany into the Iron Hands. Terra flying, looking to dodge that Earth Power. Howl from Screamtail. Getting that Iron Hands back to neutral. Ice Punch into the Gudra. Breaking Swipe. Taking that Iron Hands right back down to -1. At some point though, we've got to start getting some damage on that Screamtail. Another Howl. That's a really slow Screamtail. Close combat into the Gudra. Knocks it out. Ah, crit. Oh, Tommy's had no luck. Breaking Swipe. Back down to -1. Terra from Tommy. Into the Landorus once more. Another Howl from Screamtail. Wild Charge, predicting that Terror. Sludge Bomb into the Iron Hands. Finally gets rid of it. He crashed into the Screamtail. Not enough. Up comes Bruxish. Protect on the Landorus. Protect on the Gouging Fire. Stalling out the Trick Room. Encore. Psychic Fangs into the Landorus. Gouging Fire switches out, getting rid of that Encore. Here comes Ogerpon. Bruxish outsped Landorus. And Howl from Screamtail again. If you cudgel, not enough to KO Bruxish. Oh, his Window Berry. And Trick Room goes back up. Oh, Screamtail did have an attacking move. But even with all those Howl boosts, it still does just over half. Ivy Cudgel finishes off the Screamtail. And it was Excadrill. Here's that EQ. Double protects. Just really kind of delaying the inevitable. Yeah. Ebony has been really meticulous with his speed tiers here. To get it to where, last but certainly not least, we have Chal and the East Austin Sceptiles versus Draco, the Terra Dark Tyrants. No build up to this one. I just want to go straight in. What do we see? What do we see? Haunter Pelipper. Noivern, Iron Boulder. Citrus Berry and Eviolite. Booster Speed, Iron Boulder. Oh, protected in front of a Mighty Cleave. Dub. Okay, and Switcheroo. One way to get rid of that Eviolite. There's a Trick Room. Haunter switches out. In comes Glastrier. Hurricane into the Noivern. Hurricane into the Glastrier. Mighty Cleave. Oh, almost takes it out on the switch in. Rest. There's a hurricane into the Noiver. Not quite enough to take it out. Boom burst. And a mighty cleave probably into the Pelipper. Yep. There goes the Pelipper. Pretty sure the crit didn't matter. Here comes Ludicolo. Fake out. Finishes off the Noivern. That thing has done its job. Sleep Talk. Into rest again. Mighty Cleave. Again, almost picks up the KO on that Glastrier. Here comes the Sneasler. Glastrier switches out. Into the Haunter. Fake out doesn't affect it. Then Headbutt. Ooh. So close. Mighty Cleave. One shot the Haunter. Now it doesn't have its Eviolite. Rain goes away and Trick Room is over. Back comes Glastrier. Not long for this world. We do see a Terror from Chal. Into the Glastrier. Terra Fairy. Not going to help it versus his Mighty Cleave though. Diaclaw. Yeah, that's enough to pick up that Ludicolo. What a fun battle. Such a fun battle. Chal's team building has come on leaps and bounds since last season. Game 2. Regieleki Haunter this time. Magneton Iron Boulder. Substitute on the Boulder again. Electro Webs. Missed. Breaks the sub on the Iron Boulder. On the Bolt. Into the Haunter. Crit. And one shot. Wow. That's crazy. Here comes the Skeledirge. Terra. Into the Skeledirge. Terra Fairy. Oh. In front of the Steel type Magneton. Lives the Cleave. Another Electro Webs, another speed drop on the Boulder. First speed drop on the Magneton. Torch Song. No! Doesn't quite get the KO. There's the Throat Spray. Flash Cannon. Yeah. Oh! So unlucky. So unlucky. Last year comes out. Another Electro Webs. Finishes off the Magneton this time. -3 speed on the Iron Boulder now. But it still outspeeds the Glastrier. Body Press finishes off the Boulder. There's the Chilling Neigh boost. Sneasler and Thwacky. Grassy Seed Sneasler. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't need that Unburden boost to outspeed the Glastrier. Fake Out goes into the Regieleki. Close Combat going to pick up the Glastrier. Didn't need the crit. Close Combat. Thanks to the Unburden, it does outspeed the Regieleki though. And Close Combat one-shots it. Was such a fun battle. Two very creatively put together teams, but for a damage roll, I think Chal probably picks up his first game win since joining the league. Whether he'd have been able to see it out to get his first match win, I don't know, but oh, that Magneton living the Torch song. Oh, I was begging for it to KO, because that would have made the end game so exciting. And that wraps it up for this week. Super long episode, thanks to it being a week where almost all of the matches had replays that I can use. Next week, with 0 trades happening, I will try my best to get a post-trade deadline retrospective on the team tierings and see just how they stack up versus how the teams have performed through 5 weeks. Until then, goodbye.